You might be familiar with one of the Ultra Beasts from Pokemon, and it's called Buzzwole. It's one of the goofiest, funniest, and actually coolest designs for any Pokemon that's out there. But what would this look like in LEGO? Well, let's check out this sensational LEGO creation that reimagines that epic Pokemon. We'll dive into the techniques, we'll break down how parts of it are built, and I'll give you some ideas and inspiration for your own custom creations. Here we go. This wonderful MOC was built by the super talented Benjamin Anderson. And this is an absolute beast of a MOC, towering in size, posing up a storm with these flexed muscles. He looks amazing. And seeing this side by side with the source material, yeah, it's spot on. Benjamin totally nailed this. Let's start off by taking a look at the head. I mean, it's basically a perfect recreation. I've always been a bit confused. Where are Buzzwole's eyes? I kind of always thought that this section was the eyes, kind of like a mosquito, I guess. But it's more likely that these little black circles are the eyes. But then when we look at the source material, these seem to be attached to the antenna. So I don't know, it's hard to say. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, it's nice to see these side by side. It's quite satisfying to see how Benjamin has recreated the antenna, as well as that long silver proboscis. Why don't we zip over to Buzzwole's hands? Look at it, so posable, so large. It's brilliant. Even going so far as to give him knuckles. You know, I think this might be the very first time I've ever seen knuckles on a LEGO MOC. Benjamin Anderson, he's a master of the minute details. But actually, let's take a look at how these fingers have been built. You start off with this modified plate in red. From here, you attach these two dark red 1x2 curved plates. They kind of have to be curved, that way you can get a bit of movement with the finger. Don't forget as well to attach another one of those red modified plates on the opposite side. Just underneath that, you attach this inverted curved slope. And then on top, two of these dots quarter tiles. Look, it's a simple little design, but it is fully posable. There's a great range of movement and motion that you can accomplish with this. It's the best. I love it. But probably the best section of this MOC, it has to be those rippling abs and those giant biceps. It's just extraordinary how accurate this is, and how swole he is. It's rare to see this kind of anatomy being pulled off so effectively with LEGO pieces. Again, Ben nailed this. So you've likely noticed that there's a few stickers in silver. We see them on the chest, we see them on the arms. Now, these are of course custom stickers. But you know, I don't really see what other choice you have if you want that crisp, high level of accuracy. Sure, you know, it would be nice to have these silver hints be totally brick built, using official LEGO pieces. But how would you do that? How could you possibly keep this toned, circular muscle mass and integrate some sort of silver line that ebbs and flows and curves through it? How could you do that with bricks? I don't think it's possible. It might be possible, but I don't know if it's going to look very good. I think there's moments where you just have to use custom stickers, and this is one of them. The back of Buzzwole includes these wings. If we take a look at the official images that Benjamin Anderson uploaded to his social media, you'll see that these wing pieces here, they're trans orange. Now, these pieces don't actually exist in trans orange. So what's going on? Well, when I got to see this MOC in person at Brick Fair, they were trans clear. They look exactly as they appear in a set like Thornrax, this Hero Factory set. But you know what? They do look pretty good in orange, but they also look pretty good in trans clear. However, when we look at the source material, the whole wing is meant to be that kind of, translucent orange. So this is a lot more accurate. I guess the dark orange brick-built sections behind it, they're meant to be like an extension of that orange wing. That makes sense. But you know, maybe the way it looks at Brick Fair isn't totally accurate, but at least it means you don't have to go painting these pieces. And you know what? I actually think the inaccurate wing still looks pretty great. It looks cool. And you know what? That's the rule of cool. Cool stuff overrides any kind of need to be 100% accurate. accurate. Looking closer, you might also see that the wings are simply linked with mixel joints. I do love a good mixel joint. These bad boys, of course, came out on mixel sets, but you see them in all sorts of modern LEGO products. It's a pretty common piece. If you don't have any, I highly recommend getting some. These pieces are so sturdy, they can actually take a lot of weight, and they don't break very easily. It's so good to see them in use right here. The base of the waist utilizes some of these wonderful macaroni pipe pieces. Elements like this, they actually pop up everywhere. Thankfully, they're very common, and they're very helpful. Now, a rather cheap set that came with these in red was this little creator dragon. You can see them on his arms. The smooth appearance of this element, it allows you to integrate it pretty well into any system or Bionicle MOC. Plus too, the way that they rest at that natural 90-degree angle, it makes it easier to build some kind of funky design that requires curves or ebbs and flows. Again, if you don't own any of these pieces, you might want to pick some up. It looks pretty good here. Just below, you'll notice that the legs link up with the help of some friction joints. These little pieces are frickin' beasts. They really grip onto things and they lock stuff in place. Adding them in gives you that little extra kick of stability. These are also must-have pieces if you're building a very hefty, big, and I guess heavy MOC. And the legs. Benjamin's done an exceptional job of capturing the shape and the feel of all four of these legs. Everything from the spikes to the bent but curved design. Wow. So these rely on the pretty heavy use of system pieces, like a lot of these wedge pieces. But gosh, look at how nicely they blend in with this CCBS Hero Factory armor piece in red. You can barely tell that these come from totally different systems. They just kind of flow together and become one beautiful mass. God, that all looks so clean. I love it. Just above this, Ben makes use of some more modern armor elements. You might remember them popping up in some of the modern Marvel constructible action figures. They make up the faces, the shoulders, they're all over the place. I like these parts. But in the context of this MOC, it replicates the look of muscular and toned legs, the legs of a bodybuilder, and pairing them with these elements as well. These older elements that actually popped up in an old LEGO Hulkbuster. Yeah, these two elements, they share a lot of kind of striking resemblances, and they pair very nicely together. So look, if you are trying to replicate the look of sculpted, toned, and ripped muscles, these pieces are literally perfect. Similar pieces are used here on the arms as well. They just look so good. The final thing to note on this MOC is that it does require a couple stands to support its own weight. One on either arm and one right there in the middle. Which, you know, hey, sometimes that's just what you gotta do. But you know, these stands are very thin and barely noticeable. They kind of just disappear, and I think that's exactly what you want out of a stand. And also, you know, there's no harm in giving your MOC a little bit of extra support, like this. Sometimes we all need a little bit of extra support. That's okay. And it's totally possible that this MOC actually doesn't need those stands. They might just be there so that this MOC definitely does not fall over when someone bumps the table at Brick Fair. A little bit of extra precautions at a convention like this is certainly smart. All in all, I think this MOC is wonderful. There's just so much like rich accuracy and detail. It's a near perfect recreation of the source material, and it boasts some of the best looking organic muscles and anatomy that I've ever seen. And how about that hand design? Oh my. This is loaded with plenty of great techniques. It's an absolute joy to see. Hopefully taking a bit of a closer look at this MOC has given you some ideas and inspiration. And now you can go build a MOC for yourself. Before you head off, don't forget to take a look at the links below. There you can find the social media of Benjamin Anderson. Give him a like, give him a follow, and go check out some of his other incredible builds. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Happy building, and bye for now. I wish I was joking, but there is an actual mosquito hovering around me as I record this, and it has bitten me like 3 times. Buzzwole is real.